This is the funniest wake-up call ever. Society's shifting towards increased sensitivity and wokeness, and we're starting to see the result of it in our everyday lives. The United Kingdom made the headlines when Transport for London decided to ban advertisements on its network that promoted unattainable body images, particularly those featuring extremely thin models, but Bill Burr and Joe Rogan were having none of it, and they commented on the issue on the Joe Rogan podcast, and as you can expect, Bill was not forgiving with his humorous and extremely clever in, but before I get on with the video, watch the clip.
Did you see what's going on in the UK? The UK has banned advertisements that feature unobtainable bodies. There's I retweeted
the way
I tweeted it recently.
The way they eat fish and chips over there, that's going to be most of advertising.
Well, they had these ads for summer bodies. You know, you see a girl in a bikini, and they're now making it illegal to put those
Why
kind of
can't
ads
you
up.
aspire to that? Like, I look at that Aquaman guy that makes me want to go to the gym. I don't be like, oh, you know, he's got a full head of hair. Look at, like, you got to make me feel better?
It's because the people that complain. Who are the people that complain? The people that complain are the people that don't want to work to be that lady. They don't want to work to get that kind of a body, and they just want to not see it. They don't want to go to the subway and see a body that they're never going to have.
The concept of an unattainable body is highly subjective. What may seem unattainable to one might be realistic and healthy for another. Fitness levels and body compositions vary widely, and for some, aspirational imagery serves as motivation to achieve personal health and embrace a healthier lifestyle. I know it does for me. For instance, fitness campaigns use an aspirational imagery not to promote an unrealistic standard, but to inspire people to work towards better physical health. Banning these advertisements will be sending the message that striving for physical improvement is unnecessary or unwelcome, which could demotivate individuals who benefit from such encouragement. By the way, do subscribe for more discussions like this. The ban on certain types of fitness-related advertisements will also hinder public health initiatives that aim to combat obesity and encourage more active lifestyles. In a society where stationary lifestyles are becoming the norm due to the change in our working environments, and obesity rates are rising, promoting active, healthy lifestyles is crucial. A recent report by the UK government shows that, and I quote, in 2021 to 2023, 63.8% of adults aged 18 years and over in England were estimated to be overweight or living with obesity. This was an increase from 2020 to 2021, 63.3. Based on these statistics alone, I think the UK should bring these advertisements back, but the issue is not only there. There have also been certain actresses in Hollywood that have been pushing such a narrative as well. Watch this next clip where Bill comments on the issue.
I saw an actress complaining one time because the studio told her that she needed to lose 15 pounds. I'm like, you can't drop 15 to star in a movie? I mean, what carrot can they, specifically carrots, some veggies in your diet? What do they have to dangle in front of you to go to the gym like the rest of us? Like, I literally, like, because I always say, oh, guys don't have to deal with that. It's like, yeah, we do.
Of course,
yes, we do. Like,
had to deal with that. What if he gained 20 pounds?
Dude, forget about him. If just having 5 lines in a movie. If I am north of 171, 72 pounds, the tweets I get, hey, Billy Booze Bag. Hey, Billy. Everybody's in shape. I remember seeing, I used to do a bit about this. I saw Ben Stiller in Meet the Fockers or something. There was a scene where he had to have his shirt off in the pool. He had abs. In a comedy.
The actress Bill is referring to is Jennifer Lawrence, where she complained because the producer of the Hunger Games trilogy asked her to lose 15 pounds to better portray the role that basically kickstarted her acting career. Acting at its core is about transformation of the performer, be it psychologically, emotionally, and even physically. In fact, I lost weight since this channel started doing better. The physical change by losing or gaining weight is not just about aesthetics, but about adding authenticity and depth to the character. It all boils down to professional commitment and shows their willingness to align in all aspects of themselves with the character they're portraying. It also is important to recognize that actors typically have a choice when accepting roles. If a part requires changes to one's body they're uncomfortable with, well, they have the autonomy to decline the role, just like Jennifer did. This decision-making process is a crucial aspect of their career management. By the time an actor or an actress accepts a role, including its physical demands, it is usually after a careful consideration of the requirements and personal willingness to meet them. And this happens everywhere we look at it in life. For instance, bankers, Wall Street brokers, and lawyers wear suits and are clean shaved, but because they are sort of playing the character of a trustworthy and sharp person, we don't see them complaining about their attire. Bill and Joe have more to say on this. Watch the next clip for yourself.
Look, if somebody really has like a eating disorder, you know, I feel like I have sympathy for those people. But if you're 15 pounds, 20 pounds overweight, I mean, you know what, did he drink some smoothies?
These women that are playing these roles have to understand, first of all, that part of the reason why you got that role is not just because of your acting ability, but also because you're pretty. You have a beautiful face. You were born with it. You didn't even work at it. And then on top of that, you're supposed to be playing a beautiful person in the movie. They would like you to not be fat.
Well,
It's that simple. That's not discrimination.
there's millions of dollars at stake that could be lost. So I always feel like your job is, even if you look like me, is to show up on time, knowing your lines in the best possible shape you could get yourself in.
If that's the role.
That's the even if I'm just playing anybody.
What if you're Artie Lang? What if you're Artie Lang and you're supposed to play the guy that's smoking cigarettes and you're the brother-in-law that's drunk all the time?
Then your job's to look that way.
Yeah, your job's to look that way. Yeah.
What first comes to mind is the brilliant career of Christian Bale. It just shows how people that appreciate and approach their careers professionally behave. I mean, the guy's played a skinny character where he dropped to 120 pounds, and just in 6 months he had to regain enough mass to play Batman in Batman Begins, and at some point he even weighed around 230 pounds for his role in the movie American Hustle. According to a Screen Rant article, in total, he's gained and lost around 610 pounds. But the thing with Hollywood is they like to make themselves the center of attention, and it has become increasingly unbearable, especially after they've gone full woke. The complaints against losing or gaining weight are usually made to push the narrative of us embracing body positivity. They fail to understand that the primary objective of the entertainment industry is to entertain and generate profit. While films, television shows, and music can inspire and influence, their main purpose is to captivate the audience, not to educate for social effort or change. While films, television shows, and music can inspire and influence, their main purpose is to captivate the audience, not to necessarily educate or affect social change. Bill shares a similar view. Watch this take in his next clip.
They sit there and they're acting like preteens, where everything's about them and the whole world gives a shit. Celebrities with their political views is the funniest thing ever. It's like you're not making anybody change their mind politically. I feel like I need to speak up. It's like, no, you can't have the spotlight on you enough. That's all you're doing. Because all you're doing with that is, first of all, you're alienating half the people that are going to go see whatever the you're in. And then secondly, you're just getting on the radar of lunatics in white vans with 2 seats that are looking up how to build pipe bombs. Like that's the fallout.
That's what I like to describe as pseudo-activism. Celebrity expressions of activism face a lot of exposure, but very little accountability. They often speak on complex issues within limited formats such as social media posts or brief interviews. This oversimplifies important issues, which contributes to misinformation or incomplete understanding of critical issues among the public. Fans and followers, particularly young people, might accept a celebrity statement at face value without engaging with the deeper context, thus potentially spreading incomplete or biased information. What's even funnier is that we're increasingly getting bombarded with celebrity activism, but people are engaging less with what causes that are being promoted. 2 studies, in fact, conducted by academics at the universities of Manchester and Sussex found that, and I quote, 75% claimed not to have responded in any way to celebrity advocacy. Almost 2/3 could not name a single celebrity linked with high-profile charities such as ActionAid, Amnesty International, or Oxfam, while just 7% could name more than 2. I think we should stop this culture of hypersensitivity in its tracks before the entire society becomes afraid of expressing their opinions. We also need to cultivate a culture of achievement and constantly improving ourselves, be it mentally or physically, instead of promoting mediocrity and forcing everyone to conform to the same norm.